Hello folks, I have some really good news, some really good news to share with you. And we're going to go on a flight today to Oxford. I've got to pick up a couple of friends there and I'll tell you all about the news. Clear. I bought some gloves for when my hands get sticky on hot days. I know they're not the most fashionable things, but I'm kind of hoping they'll give me a bit slightly more confident grip and less sticky hands. So the good news, as many of you will have known if you've been following me for a while, I've been doing the UK's competency-based modular instrument rating, the CBIR. For those of you who are watching outside of Europe, getting an IR in Europe, especially in the UK, is quite hard compared to other parts of the world, where you practically have to study about half of the ATPL theory. It's a bit less than that perhaps, the learning objectives aren't quite as much, but I've been studying ATPL theory for 7 subjects for 8 months and I've had to pass 7 exams, and I got the results of the last 3 exams this week. I'm going to do the run-ups, you can watch me getting the results and then we'll get on with the flight. Communications exam, right, let's have a look at that. Passed. I got 94% for communications.
Hey!
Right. I'm so nervous about this. I really want this to be over. Flight performance and planning. Well, this is the one I've been dreading. I passed. I got 84%. Oh, so it's only air law, the one that I didn't really study for. Did I scrape in with air law? I passed, I got 94%.
Yay!
My CBIR IR theoretical knowledge is over!
Yay!
Yay! Oh, I can't tell you how good that feels. Oh, what a relief. So there's the good news. And that was genuinely, I was filmed that live. That was as I got the results. I'm so pleased, so pleased. But that's all over. That's been hard work and lots going on at home and in the family and everything. Just made that. Just that result so sweet to know that I've managed to do that despite all of the stuff. Golden Victor Charlie 1 ready for departure. Line up and wait, runway 36, Golden Victor.
Victor, runway 36, 310 degrees, 10 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 36, Golf Victor. T's and P's are good, landing lights off, auto gear can come on, and we've left the zone. Golf Victor, north of right 8, request frequency change, Farmer radar 133, decimal 8.
Golf Victor, frequent farmer, score con security.
Score con security, Golf Victor. Oh, it's a bit blowy today, a bit bumpy. Farnborough radar, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, request zone transit.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, Farnborough radar pass details.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, PA28 Arrow, we're from Redhill to Oxford, 2 miles northwest of Dorking, altitude 2,200 feet. QNH 1018 VFR, request a routing Guildford Woodley.
Golf India Victor, Farnborough QNH 1018, squawk 0460, basic service.
Squawk 0460, basic service, QNH 1018, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
Golf Bravo Mike India Victor, remaining outside the London control zone. You cleared across Farnborough controlled airspace, VFR not above altitude 2,400 feet.
Remaining outside the London control zone, cleared to transit Farnborough controlled airspace, VFR not above altitude 2,400 feet, Golf Bravo Mike India Victor.
Golf India Victor, correct.
So now that my theory exams are completed, it's time to start my practical instrument training. That's already underway at Anglian Flight Centres at Earl's Cone. I'm filming the process, of course, and I'll be updating you here on the main channel about that in a few weeks' time. But if you can't wait, I'm sharing regular updates over on my Supporters Club channel on Patreon. For a small monthly fee, you'll get updates roughly twice a week and also get to see my content in advance of public release and advert free. Check out the Supporters Club today. In a moment, I'll give you my verdict so far on the CBIR process, but first a couple of bits of AOPA UK news for you. The AOPA Members' Day is coming up on the 6th of September at Old Warden Aerodrome. Subjects for discussion include the future of aviation fuel, the future of airspace and GA's place in it, and a talk from the CAA's Chief Medical Officer, which should be interesting given all the issues we've been having with pilots undergoing stress ECG tests when they reach a certain age. You'll need to be an AOPA member to attend the day, but the good news is that Flying Reporter followers can get 25% off new 1 or 2 year memberships. The link is on the screen and in the video description. And it's a small price to pay to become part of this active community of pilots and aircraft owners. And if you're an instructor and your rating is coming up for revalidation, do note that the next AOPA instructor seminar is on the 11th and 12th of November. AOPA members get a discount on the training. Topics will include new rules and regulations, instructional techniques, flight safety, incident and accident prevention, airmanship and weather. Contact the AOPA office in Sevenoaks to book your place. So how have I found the CBIR theory? Well, the competency-based instrument rating is the UK's supposed shortcut to the full IR. If you already have instrument time, like I do, say on the UK's restricted instrument rating, or otherwise known as the IMC rating, you can credit those hours towards the 40 hours of training that you need for the IR. You'll still need to conduct some training at an ATO though, and in my case I have to do a minimum of 10 hours, but I'm already finding out I'll need more than that to get my skills up to the IR test standard. Now, I had to sit 7 exams covering meteorology, air law, communications, flight planning and monitoring, human performance, instrumentation and radio navigation. For the CBIR, there are fewer learning objectives in those subjects compared with the ATPL or CPL exams. But in the case of Bristol Ground School, with whom I studied, they pretty much teach you to the full ATPL standard or thereabouts. So it doesn't become much of a shortcut on the theory at all. You're actually studying more than you need to. Now, I don't know how the other schools do on that front, and in fact Bristol Ground School has decided to stop teaching the CBIR now altogether, which, well, for new students that is, which is a bit of a blow to GA. Now, the subjects I found easy were air law and communications, probably because I fly a lot, and these are subjects that kind of become ingrained, don't they, when you fly regularly. The subjects I enjoyed most were radio navigation and instrumentation. Not easy, but pretty interesting, I found. The hard ones were human performance. I failed that first time around. Meteorology was a bit of a pig. And flight planning and monitoring was probably the hardest exam of all of them. The subject wasn't really taught well for the CBIR, I found, and the exam actually has some questions in it that really shouldn't be there for the CBIR students, in my view. On the exams themselves, they were well run, they're flexible, and the software you use for them at the exam centres is easy to use. I took my exams at the CAA HQ at Gatwick, near London. Some of the questions were really bad though, in my view, missing context or missing information that means actually, in my view, you had 2 possible answers in a multiple choice question. Or perhaps they just write the question to try and confuse you. That, in my view, doesn't test knowledge or understanding. It's just a ploy to try and trip you up. And why are they doing that? It's bad form. The only way to really prepare yourself for the exam, and you really must prepare for the exams, and to develop the right exam technique, is to find a good question bank. Now, I used the Bristol Ground School question bank, which was pretty good, I found. It came with the study pack. I don't think other question banks that you may find and you can sign up to tailor their content for the CBIR learning objectives. Bristol Ground School, in the main, did that quite well. Was it manageable? Well, I'm in my early to mid-50s, I work full-time and I have busy family commitments. A family member was really sick as well during the 8 months of study 2, which disrupted the study patterns and my concentration. But generally speaking, I managed about 90 minutes of study 5 days a week, or something of that order, with perhaps a week or 2 of full-time revision and study just leading up to the exams. That didn't feel too hard to achieve actually, even in my circumstances. So it is definitely doable, even if you lead a busy life, but you do have to stick with it. You do have to commit yourself to it. Now, the CAA has not long ago announced that it intends to review the syllabus and exams for the CBIR very soon. And if you haven't started studying for it yet, I'd recommend holding off until they've completed that review, because I think their intention is to have fewer exams, a much shorter syllabus, perhaps bringing it more into line with the US way of doing things. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? We'll have to see how it all pans out, but it has to be better than the current theory setup at the moment. I only wish it had been in place before I subjected myself to the last 8 months of pain. And yes, it was painful, it was boring, it was tedious, and it was demoralising at times. Find yourself somebody else who you can be friends with who's doing it at the same time as you. I had a good friend, Fernando. I had a couple of friends who'd also recently done it, so I had good people to go to and share the pain. I do think, though, on the whole, it was worth it, and I am looking forward to passing the practical test in the coming months. If you've been through the CBIR, let me know how you found the process, how long it all took for you, and what were your favourite and least favourite subjects.
10 degrees, 9 or not, variable.
And so back to the flight, and we're getting closer to Oxford Airport, my destination today. It's a busy airfield with business traffic and training flights. You often have to be very sharply focused, I find, going in there.
Viewpoint +7, QNH 1018, QFE 1008, ground frequency closed. Confirm QNH and information Romeo on first contact.
Golf India Victor, you're outside the sector, Squawk on security, free call Oxford.
Squawk on security, Golf India Victor, goodbye.
Golf India Papa.
Oxford radar, Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor, 13 miles southeast inbound with Romeo QNH 1018, PH28.
Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor, Oxford radar, good afternoon, details correct, score 4520, basic service.
Squawk 4520, basic service, Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor.
Golf India Victor, runway 01 and use report with 5 miles to run.
Runway 01, Wilco, Golf India Victor. Well, the frequency sounds decidedly quiet, 136230. So we've gone, fuel is on the tank with the fullest, radios tuned and identified, engine temperatures and pressures, direction indicator, and we're on 1018. Circuits at 1500, elevation 263. We're past the city of Oxford now. I drove there the other week to go and see Chris Hadfield with the winner of the Norvik competition. Chris Hadfield being the astronaut. And wow, what a difficult city to drive around. Good lord.
Roger, clear to transit the Paris zone, report base time complete.
Clear to enter the Paris zone and report when base time complete after the line.
Yeah, don't think I'll be driving there again. Absolutely horrendous. Right, I can see the airfield. Runway 01 is in use, so that's that way. Golf India Victor coming up on 5 miles.
Golf India Victor, contact tower 133.430.
Tower 133, port at 30, Golf India Victor. Oxford Tower, Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor, 5 miles.
Golf Bravo, Mike, India Victor, Oxford Tower, hello, join and report right base, runway 01, circuit clear, you're number 1.
Join right base number 1, Golf India Victor. Brakes, undercarriage, down 3 greens. Temperatures and pressures are in the green, direction indicator is aligned, altimeter 1018. Golf India Victor, right base, runway 01.
Golf India Victor, report final.
Wilco, Golf India Victor. Reds, blues, 3 greens. This light's very dim, I need to get it checked. It is illuminated. Before people say.
500.
Golf India Victor, final runway 01.
Golf India Victor, runway 01, wind 340 degrees, 9 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 01, Golf India Victor.
Oxford Tower, Golf Kilo Mike, Golf Delta Alpha Mike, 4 miles requesting 1 touch and go.
Golf Delta Alpha Kilo Mike, Oxford Tower, that's copied. You're number 2 following an arrow there on short final, and we'll be landing.
Number 2 and Roger, Golf your mic.
Tower, Tug 6.
Say again, please. Tug 6, Tower.
Tug 6 holding Juliet request, proceed to the school line.
Tug 6, proceed to the school line.
Proceed to the school line, Tug 6.
Golf India Victor, next right Charlie, and then the next right again onto Bravo. Taxi Alpha through Juliet, further your discretion.
Right on to Charlie, right on to Bravo, Alpha through Juliet. We're going to maintenance area 2, Golf Victor.
Pleasure.
There we go, welcome to Oxford. Going to pick up a couple of friends now, take them, they've just dropped their aeroplane off here for some maintenance, and get them back to where they need to be. Interesting flight, all trouble free, and yeah, enjoyable I'd say. Not as enjoyable as if it were all nice and smooth up here, it's quite bumpy today, but good service from everyone on the way, and no major dramas. Thanks, bye, see you later, we're off now.